Hey everybody, it's Kit Kat. Welcome to my channel. On my channel I do unboxings and reactions to K-pop videos. And today we are doing an unboxing, in case you couldn't tell by the title. This is for Fresh Baked Cookie Crate. I'm super excited because I actually really like baking. I just don't make the time, I should say make, I just don't make the time to bake because it does take time to like do everything, and I don't have my mixer right now, so like if I did bake I have to like hand mix everything, which if for anybody who does bake and like mix stuff is very tiring. But yeah, so I just wanted to try it to see how it is because I do miss baking and I love to bake, and normally like for the holidays I do like to make desserts for my family. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and give you a little bit of information about it first. And if you can see, the box is like really nice. I love this color, and then it says gourmet, homemade, insanely delicious on the box. And then Fresh Baked Cookie Crate is a monthly subscription box, so they do send you the dry ingredients generally, of course, because they can't really send you the ingredients that may expire, so you would have to get those other ingredients, and generally that's like for baking it's generally butter and eggs. That's the only thing you'd have to provide. Usually they do send you everything else. For me, for this box, I did prepay for 3 months. So 3 months is gonna be $104.99 for 3 months, and that is for the 2 dozen cookies plus surprises box. They do have a more pricier box where you actually get enough ingredients to make 4 dozen cookies, but I don't need to be baking 4 dozen cookies. That's a lot of cookies, guys. And while I do have family, I can't see us eating 4 dozen cookies. That is a lot of cookies, unless I'm making snickerdoodles, in which case I can eat all of that on my own. Like I would have to make 4 dozen because 2 dozen would just be for me, and then the other 2 dozen for my family. But yeah, if you do want to get this box monthly, it's gonna be $39.99 a month, and then the shipping is free, which is amazing because it's like really hard to get free shipping to Hawaii, like very hard. And this box is a pretty good size and it's heavy because it has ingredients in it, so the fact that this free shipping makes it amazing. And then the other goodies, so it does come with other goodies, are generally going to be like baking or cookie themed items. I did see like they do send shirts, so they'll ask you for your shirt size, or candles, like scented candles that smell like cookies or like, you know, baking kind of flavors. And then on their website it does say in everybody's first box they do get a silicone baking mat, which I think is super awesome. Silicone baking mats are great, and I don't have one, so I'm like really happy that I'm gonna get one. So yeah, and then on their website they do let you know what the theme is gonna be for the next month, because basically if you like say you signed up now, you would be signing up for the January box, and on their website they already have what the cookie flavor is going to be for January. That way if you don't like what the flavor is going to be, you can actually skip it. So you can skip. I don't think I'm allowed to skip because I prepaid for 3 months, but I am allowed to skip like my renewal if I don't want to renew it. So there is that. But if you're paying monthly, you can skip months. So in case you don't like what the cookie of the month's gonna be for that next month, you can go ahead and skip it and just wait for the month after that and just see what the theme of the month's gonna be, what cookie is gonna be. But yeah, I don't remember I'm gonna be honest, I don't remember what the cookie flavor of the month was for December, so it'll be a surprise for me, guys. But yeah, so let's go ahead and open it. First look. Wow, so colorful. Ooh, it's actually green and red. I don't know if you guys can see the color with my horrible lighting, but it's green and red and funny. I like it, and I'm like, I don't want to get all over my bed. If you are watching this and you're wondering why this video is hella long, so I'm unboxing it now, and then later on I'm gonna film actually baking it. So that's why the video is so long, and you'll see me wearing different clothes because I'm not unboxing it and baking it on the same day, because I do have to check like what ingredients I have. And sorry, there's so much of the confetti. Even though it's like a soup, it's so Christmassy and I love it, and I'm totally gonna keep it for like wrapping presents, because while I am almost done Christmas shopping, I have not wrapped anything. So bad. Oh my goodness. Okay, so first thing I see is the Gourmet Silicone baking mat. So it does say it is 11 inches by 16.5 inches. Let's go ahead and open it because I'm gonna have to wash it anyways before I use it. Ooh, okay, and then they do have I don't know if you can see on the bottom, it does have stuff to measure, and then it has the circles on there so that you know where to place the cookies. And then it says fresh baked cookie crate, and I love it. This is so awesome. It's perfect because I live in an apartment and I have like a really small oven, but you are not gonna see me bake in my apartment because my kitchen is really, really tiny, and I feel like it would just be like impossible for me to film that. So, oh, I didn't roll it up good. Okay, we're just gonna put that on the side. So you're not gonna see me bake in my own apartment. You're gonna see me baking at my mother's house, where they have a nice big kitchen for filming and baking in. Second thing, ooh, food. They sent food. Okay, any box that sends me like dessert stuff is a box to live for. Oh my god. Okay, so it's a hot, I don't know if you guys can see, it's a hot chocolate pop. So it says hot chocolate pop marshmallow. Paste pop in hot milk and stir until dissolved. What? I'm gonna try this. Maybe I don't know if I'm gonna post a video about me making it, but maybe I'll post it on my Instagram story. So if you're following me on Instagram, you can definitely check it out. I love hot chocolate. Let me just say that first of all, and the fact that it says to pop it in hot milk, because who makes hot chocolate with water? Not me. I always make it with milk because milk just makes it better. So yeah, yay! I'm so happy I got this. And this is season for hot chocolate. It's been getting chillier recently. The daytime temperature in Hawaii though is still very hot, so it's generally in the 80s right now. But yeah, this is like a little gingerbread cookie. Look, I don't know. I want to say it's not edible because it's not like it's in a. It's literally in bubble wrap. I think it's like an ornament. It looks like an ornament. I don't have a tree though. Sad. That's okay. I can start collecting ornaments. That way, when I do eventually have space to put up a tree in my apartment, I have ornaments. That is so adorable. Oh my goodness. I love it. I'm like super happy. I have a little gingerbread man for decorating. I feel like I want to hang him up somewhere, but I don't know where, so I'm gonna have to like figure that out. But I love it. Oh my goodness. It's so cute. Okay. And then last thing before I get to the ingredients, dashing through the dough, it says protect your clothes from splatters and spills by cooking, baking, and entertaining in farmhouse inspired canvas apron. It's an apron. Yay! I have an apron already, but I'm always down to get a new apron. Also because like I'm lazy, so like when my apron gets dirty, like I throw it for wash and then like I wait forever till I wash it. So sometimes I end up cooking without wearing an apron and like burning myself. Okay, so since I'm like sitting on my bed, I don't know if you'll be able to like see the whole thing, but that's the apron. I'm totally gonna wear this while I'm actually baking. Yeah, it says dashing through the dough, and it has like this design of reindeer, and I don't know what else that, like stars and stuff and snowflakes. Ooh, it's so cute though. I love it. I love that it's just dashing through the dough. Totally wearing that. Okay, let me pull out the card. Oh, okay. The cookie is gingerbread eggnog. I'm gonna be honest, I'm not an eggnog fan, so we'll see how I like it. So yeah. Oh look, it has information on like if something comes out wrong with your cookie, the reason why something came out wrong with your cookie, and then this is the basically the recipe book for baking. So it has all of the instructions for making it, and yeah, that's what it's supposed to look like if it comes out perfect. Pretty sure that my cookies are gonna look that amazing. Let me see what it is that it has. So ingredients that I will need is of course an egg, unsalted butter, eggnog, and then pulp-free orange juice. Wow, it actually uses orange juice in this. Interesting. Okay. And then ingredients provided, and I think it's supposed to be labeled. Yeah. So it says packet A is the flour. So the flour packet, it has organic flour, organic baking soda, organic ginger, organic Saigon cinnamon, Mediterranean sea salt, and organic cloves all mixed in there. And then packet B is the cane sugar. Packet C, as you can see, is the icing mix. So that's the icing mix, and it's made with powdered sugar and Mediterranean sea salt. And then the last thing is, oh no, wait, it says there's two things. Okay. So organic blackstrap molasses and pure Jamaican rum extract. That's crazy. Okay. So that was all of the dry ingredients and everything for the box, and I will see you in the kitchen, and we'll go ahead and see how the cookies come out, see how bad my baking's gotten while I haven't been baking much, but hopefully the cookies come out good. And I'm gonna be honest, I don't know if I'm gonna use eggnog, if I'm gonna use like a different flavored thing, because it looks like the eggnog is specifically for the icing. So I think if I don't want an eggnog flavor, I can use something else for the icing. And then the rum extract is actually for the icing also. So we'll see how it turns out and what I decide, because I'm gonna have to go grocery shopping and figure out what I want to do. But yeah, see you in the kitchen, and we'll review it after that. All right, welcome to the baking portion of the video. Thank you for joining me. Also, this is my first time doing it, so I apologize if it's like weird. So we're gonna get right into it. So the first thing you gotta do is get a softened, basically 4 ounces of butter, which is just a stick. So don't even bother trying to measure it, just dump the whole stick in the bowl, just like I did. And then the next ingredient that we're gonna put in, as I check the recipe, is gonna be the sugar packet B. So when you get the box, if you didn't see when I was doing the unboxing, they label everything so you don't have a hard time figuring out what is what, which is super helpful and awesome. And then it's basically, you just mix it together until it's creamy. So we're just gonna watch me mix it now. Oh, by the way, sorry, if you see me looking different ways, just like that, I'm talking to my mom. So she's behind the camera, and walking around doing stuff and we're having a conversation. And then sometimes I'm singing because I'm playing Christmas music while I'm doing this, because I did film this like way before Christmas, but the editing process just took a really long time. So it is being posted after Christmas. So I hope everybody had a fabulous Christmas. As you can see, I truly believe in using fingers for making stuff. Yeah. My mom was like, I think I have something. Oh, and then 1 large egg is going to be mixed in there, along with a packet of molasses that came in the box, which they of course don't need to label because it's super obvious that that's molasses. And I was telling my mom as I was doing this, I don't think I've ever like made something with molasses. So yeah, first time using it. Sorry if you hear me singing every once in a while. I do have music playing in my room as I'm voicing over this because I don't like quiet. But as I was saying earlier, I just use my fingers for things. It's going to be baked anyways. Anything I can possibly put on it is going to be baked out of that. Also, always wash your hands before you start any process of cooking or preparing ingredients or anything like that. Always wash your hands. And then the next thing is orange juice. So it's gonna be 1 tablespoon of pulp-free orange juice, which I just put in this cup because I didn't want to take the whole bottle of orange juice to my mom, which is a pretty big bottle. So I'm just gonna pour it into this cup that has a cover. That's totally not mine, but it was in my cupboard, so I used it. And then you're just gonna mix everything together to combine it. While I was mixing this, I was telling my mom it smells really interesting. Not quite what I was expecting yet, but interesting. Yeah. Also, sorry. You're gonna see me change outfits because the dough actually needs to be refrigerated before baking. And I will tell you why when I get to the part of me actually putting the cookie dough on top of the baking sheet. And then this is going to be our flour packet A. So this has the gingerbread stuff in it because once I started mixing it in, I was like, that smells like gingerbread. And it smelled amazing. So yeah. I really enjoyed making this just because I haven't really baked in a long time and I missed it. And as you can kind of see, I haven't baked in a while, so it kind of took me longer than normal to mix this. I do have a mixer. I didn't have the mixer there. Also, it's really heavy, so transporting it is a pain in the butt. It is a KitchenAid mixer, but I was also telling my mom I should have brought the mixer because this would have gone way faster and you would have had a way shorter video. But yeah, so we'll save that for the next fresh baked cookie crate that I get, which is going to be next month. And there you see me smelling it because it smells so good. Yep. And that's what it looked like after it mixed. It's very, very soft and liquidy after it's mixed, which is probably why it needs to be refrigerated. So I am putting it into the fridge now, and I actually refrigerated it overnight because I am working full time, so I didn't have time. I had to come back the next day when I was off to go ahead and actually bake it, and that there is me smelling it again and being like amazed at how oh my god, words, being amazed at how good it smells. And I'm not a big gingerbread fan, but this smelled amazing. Maybe it's just because I just haven't had homemade gingerbread. I don't know. As you can see in the video, there I did find like a scooper thing, and like I thought it would work, but it didn't. The dough just like stuck to the inside, and I had to like scrape it out with my finger. So I was like, I'm just gonna hand roll it. And to be honest, hand rolling and forming your cookies is the best way in my opinion, because it's easier to like judge the size and stuff, and I am very like hands-on when I bake. Unfortunately, and you'll see later in the video, because I'm making it with my hands, I'm like basically melting the dough kind of and causing it to become a little too soft for forming. So some of them were like really, really hard for me to form. And also because I live in Hawaii and we don't have winter weather. I know I'm wearing a turtleneck, but I'm like a weirdo who thinks that anything under 80 degrees Fahrenheit is cold. So I was not hot at all in that turtleneck at my mom's place. So yeah, I was fine, but the weather, or the temperature I should say, was not the appropriate temperature for forming these cookies in. And I straight up told up my mom, I was like, I'm pretty sure that the reason these are winter cookies is because they melt so fast. Look at my hands. Look at my hands. They melt so fast and they need like cold weather to be formed in before being thrown in the oven. Um, so basically the recipe says to form 1 to 1.25 inch balls. I just eyeball it. I don't actually measure anything. And then slightly flatten on the cookie mat. So that's what I'm doing right now. I'm just flattening them. Don't dance it, just pull up the pants and do the rock away. Lean back, lean back, lean back, lean back. Okay, so I'm gonna show you. They put in a thing that's called the one cookie test to basically make sure that your cookie comes out okay. But I don't like to do that, so I just threw the whole pan in with no testing, because yeah, I was like, I figured it'll come out okay, and the only people who are gonna eat it is my family and me. And as much as baking is definitely a science, I'm also one of those like weirdos that like randomly throws stuff together and bakes and it comes out fine. And as you can see in the video, it came out perfect in my opinion. They were like delicious. You'll see because I'm gonna test eat one of those suckers. But yeah, they do have a one cookie test that basically tells you if your cookie comes out this way, like it's too dry or it's too flat or something else, then it tells you what to adjust or what you can do so it doesn't come out that way. But I thought my cookies came out fine, and honestly, as long as nobody dies of food poisoning, we're all good. So they do tell you to cool them on a cooling rack. Luckily mom had cooling racks. I was like super surprised. I was like, oh my god, I should have brought my cooling racks, but I totally forgot it. I also forgot to wear the apron that came in the box. So now we're gonna go ahead and make the eggnog frosting. So for this one, you do half a stick of butter, softened, and then you add your icing mix, which is packet C that came in the box. It does have a list of what all the ingredients were in the packets, but it doesn't tell you the measurements, so I wouldn't be able to give you the exact measurements of what to use to make this recipe. I believe that you can buy previous boxes though on Fresh Baked Cookie Crate. I'm gonna have to look up that. Okay, and then it also says to add the rum extract packet. And I smelled this before I put it in. And oh lord, it was strong. I was like, damn. So mixing that in, I was having difficulty with the butter at this point. And then for the eggnog, I did decide to actually get eggnog. I know I said earlier that I might get something else for the flavor of the frosting. But I was like, you know what? I'm just going to follow the recipe. So I bought eggnog and it says 1 to 3 tablespoons. So 1 through 3. I guess it basically says that because it's to get to a certain consistency, so creamy consistency. So I did 1 tablespoon and found out that wasn't enough. It was still kind of dry. So I ended up putting in another tablespoon. So I used 2 tablespoons for mine. And it came out to a really nice consistency for the icing, frosting, whatever. Same thing. Also, I couldn't smell really well this day because my allergies were insane. Like, I literally took allergy medicine and I had to have like a Kleenex box glued to my side. Luckily, by the time I got to like the filming part, I was okay to film. So basically, I'm just making sure everything's mixed really well together and get that nice consistency that we're looking for the icing. And I'm like a really thorough person when I mix. So yeah, when I bake, I always like want to make sure that everything's done correctly, because you don't want to get like the wrong consistency or even like overmix or undermix or have like chunky bits of stuff that you just don't want in there. And I'm still talking to my mom in this video. She kept me company while I bake. So while I'm doing this, I asked my mom, does this look okay? Does this like it be good for like the frosting? And she goes, I don't know. I don't bake. And I'm like, thanks, Mom. You're such a great help. But yeah, my mom doesn't bake. Like, if she does bake, she does like the pre-made stuff where, you just throw in an egg and oil or something, and then that's it. But I like to bake. I even partially studied it in college, but decided it wasn't the way for me when I actually worked as a baker in a restaurant, a local restaurant. And I was like, yeah, I can't do this for the living. I'm just gonna bake for my friends and family and do it casually because this makes me not love baking anymore.
So yeah, baking become a hobby after that, even though I hardly do it anymore. So I'm super happy I got this box because it's like forcing me to make time to bake. So I just use a Ziploc bag. If you look really closely, it's a Star Wars theme bag. I've my grandma who passed away, who used to live in this house, she had all kinds of like themed Ziploc bags. So it's like I guess I'm using a Star Wars Ziploc bag to as my piping bag, because I am definitely not gonna go buy a piping bag just for this. It's not like I'm making like super fancy cookies. So yeah, you definitely don't need a piping bag to pipe frosting or icing on anything. Just use a Ziploc bag, cut the tip off, maybe a little bit smaller than I did because as you can see, the lines are hella thick. But it worked for me. And honestly, I wasn't trying to make them look amazing. I personally go for taste when I'm baking because I'm not baking for a living, and it's just for people that I love to enjoy. So as long as it came out good, that's all that really matters. So I did have extra frosting after the first go around on the 2 dozen cookies. So I ended up going over a second time. The second batch of cookies is actually behind me by that green bowl. And that's it for the voiceover. Now we're gonna go into me actually eating this cookie.
So that was it for the video. As you can see, I took off my lip gloss from earlier because I am going to eat these now. And I actually did taste a little bit of the frosting before I threw the bag away that I used to pipe the frosting. As you can tell, I am not good at piping anything because, yeah, you can clearly see. And then there was so much frosting that I ended up just doing more than one go because I was like, I'm not wasting the frosting. We're going to use all of the frosting because we don't waste here, especially frosting. I'm excited to try it though, so we're going to go ahead and I'm going to eat this one because I kind of actually took it off and then I like messed up, and like if you can see that, yeah, there's that. Mmm. 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 Mm-hmm. Yep. Mmm. 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 That's a good cookie. That's a really good cookie. This is an amazing cookie. Gingerbread with eggnog frosting cookie. As you can see in the picture, it looks nothing like my cookies didn't come out as nice. I cut the hole a little bit too big on the bag, and of course I didn't have a piping bag, and I wasn't gonna go out and buy one. So for those of you who do want to do like piping stuff, just get a Ziploc bag and cut a little tip off of the bottom, and bam, piping bag. But yeah, this was my video for fresh baked cookie crate. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you do love baking and you do want to try different flavors and new cookies and stuff, I definitely recommend it because they send you all of like not the non-perishable ingredients, and you just have to buy like an egg and butter and stuff, which usually people already have in their refrigerator. So it's not like you're going out of your way to get extra stuff. I just had to go get like the eggnog and the orange juice. But yeah, other than that, the cookie came out amazing. I'm super happy. And yeah, if you like this video, go ahead and hit that like button, subscribe if you would like to see more, and let me know what you thought of the box. Let me know if you got this box, what you thought of the cookie, if you really liked it, and if you want the recipe, let me know. I can go ahead and send it to you. And yeah, I hope to see you in my next video, and happy holidays. Bye.